Yeah, hey everybody, this is Ian from Mindful Marketplace, and welcome back to Serve at Scale, our private community podcast where we look at what can you borrow to build, what can you leverage to launch, what enables you to 10x your output, your audience, your impact, and ultimately your income on a bootstrap budget. So I'm going to really quickly cover a PDF that was in the download section of your community uh, assets, and I want to just revisit this. This was something I created a while back, but I want to revisit it because a couple people have asked me who are building these digital media brands around authority sites. So you're selling services and using the authority site, the directory, the marketplace, or multiple directories, multiple authority sites, multiple niche communities to actually acquire clients, right? That's the model that I believe in. That's the reason I would build these sites. That's the reason we do build these sites. It's not to sell featured listings and things like that. But I'm going to cover this really quickly, and I want to cover this, above the fold little piece first because it's the single most important part of this process. And if you don't get this mindset thing right, and I hate these like mindset oriented sort of, kind of lectures from people, but this really happens to be true in this particular case. This thought process is the central cog, or this it's the central lever that you want to pull if you want actually to build a successful business using the authority site model to sell back end services. All right, so the key to this process is identifying niche and need. What is your niche and what do they need, right? What do they empirically need to succeed? Not what you think they need, but what you really can identify in the real world as a shortcoming that most folks or many folks in your quintessential, client community show, right? They have an absence or a lack of something. And if you can't solve the problem, and again, this is super important, the need, right, with a product or service of your own, simply pick a partner or an affiliate who can. It's that simple, right? I mean, if you don't have to do any of these services, you simply need to take the lead to fill the need, right? I'm not trying to rhyme here, but that's really true. All you need to do is be the conduit or be the bridge between the professionals on, let's say, your site and the partners that you're going to connect them with if you don't do the services yourself and just earn a commission. It's easy money and it's actually a pretty beneficial approach for all. All right, so let's look really quickly at some of these. I don't do all these, right? So, this is just a incomplete list of just some of the stuff that you can actually offer to your audience. And I'm going to try to keep this whole entire video under 6 minutes. So I have 2.5 minutes to go. Web design or development services, competitive intelligence, like spy, sort of services. You can actually use a keyword research tool like iSpionage or SpyFu. There's probably tons more. I haven't used either of those in a year or two, so I don't even know that they're still around. There are always really good competitive intelligence tools that you can actually just borrow, you can pay for, and then offer those services to your clients. Content marketing, right? It's obvious. Content curation. This is something I love. I mean, content curation is dead simple. You can do it with a newsletter. You can do it on a blog. You can do it, with a WordPress plugin. It doesn't matter, but it's a very easy thing that you can offer as a service to your clients. Blog updates and maintenance. I mean, these are like, online marketing 101 sort of offers, but people need them, right? People don't want to maintain their blogs. And if you have clients, if you have a niche, and the need is that you can empirically see that people have these old, outdated, obsolete blogs, it's very easy to say, to a psychiatrist, to a florist, to a car, for a detail shop in a local community. Hey, you have a blog, but it hasn't been updated since 2018. Let me help you with that. I'll maintain it. I'll add content. I'll curate content. I'll do content marketing. I mean, you can, you can add a lot of these services into one umbrella service and really have a, highly appealing and effective offer. Newsletter services, I love this. I mean, this is the sort of stuff that I prefer, right? You're going to help people build a newsletter, which is obviously a really important thing these days. You can use a service like Review, which I've talked about a zillion times. Twitter just bought them in the last 3 months. So, I mean, you can use a curated newsletter and offer that as a service to your clients, right? To the 100 or 200 people who are on your directory and get just 1% conversion if you're charging $500 a month. And you're you're sending a newsletter out a week or, $100 a week. That's a fair price. It's even a low price. And you can get clients this way. Email automation services, creating landing pages. You can use something like Card. I just did a video on this yesterday. I'm pushing 6 minutes. I'm going to rush through this because I tend to drone on. I know this. People complain about it. I just talk a lot and I drink a lot of coffee. All right, landing pages using something like Card. I just did a video yesterday or actually a podcast on this yesterday. I did post it to YouTube. It's also in our community. So either, if you're not in the community, you can hear that on YouTube. Viral contest. Not such a fan of this anymore. I was when I recorded this. They've become a little bit punitive. Facebook doesn't like them. As a matter of fact, they will block your viral contest often. So, not so much of a fan of this anymore. Keyword research. You can offer this to your clients. Buy keyword research tool, and then simply, so if you're going to pay $79 a month, $49 a month, $39 a month for a keyword research tool, all you need is one client paying you $39, $79, or whatever the fee is to do keyword research, and you have the tool for free at that point, right? If you have 10 people who are paying you $39, you're 10xing your income on the $39 investment. All right. SEO services, lead generation, social media marketing, fully managed listings, something that I've covered before. If you're building a directory, it's a great way of offering a concierge style service to your niche community. Monthly masterminding. I see a lot of people. I'm using the Circle software to build our own community, and I'm in the Circle sort of their owners community. Half the entrepreneurs in there are just doing like monthly masterminding. That's like their whole gig, right? So these are the people who are building the communities, and they're just like building them to offer like monthly masterminding. I mean, it's like it's almost a joke. I mean, you don't even need to know anything. You don't even need to be good enough to offer other folks ideas. You can just create the platform where the monthly masterminding thing is happening, and you can earn a great income doing just that. All right, the other things here, logo and branding, blah, who cares? Maybe you want to do that, maybe you don't. Video production, I can't do that. So, when I did this thing a couple years ago or a year and a half ago, I had people in my orbit who were offering that and doing very well. And it's a great, depending on your niche, if they have a need, right, for video, and they have no clue how to do video, then all you have to do is partner with a video guy and offer that service and take a cut every time the video guy sells a service. All right, you can read the rest of this if you're in the community because this is available to you. And lastly, again, I hate to be the the idiot who's like sharing quotes on videos like this, but I really believe in this, right? If you're feeling stuck or you're feeling a persistent lack of confidence, or you're feeling a sense of just kind of like you're spinning your wheels, the real key to this whole thing is just action, taking action, because it builds confidence. And I love this little piece here. Inaction is not only the result, but the cause of fear. Like when we don't take the actual actions that actually move us forward in the direction of our dreams or our goals or whatever it may be, that actually is where our fear percolates and just sort of persists and ends up landing in our lives in this very heavy weighted way. And I know for myself, when I spin my wheels and I don't actually take action on the inspired ideas that I have, ultimately what I end up with is a sense of malaise and unhappiness and a sense of depression about what it is that I'm doing in the world, which is all rooted in one degree or another in fear, fear or aversion of, of what I want to accomplish with my life. So whatever you do, if you do anything, even if it's disregarding all of this, just take action in the one thing, or a single step that actually takes you in the direction of progress, momentum, and excitement, because that alone is worth more than all this together. All right, teach what you know, do what you love, wake up the world with your work. Thank you so much for watching, as always, and I'll talk to everyone soon.